What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I got some packages going out. eBay sales, some pretty good sales. Gonna make some money. We're gonna go out thrifting, hunting for some goods to flip online. Shouldn't be hunting for anything because I have hundreds and hundreds of items to actually list on eBay. But sourcing is very addicting. The thrill of the hunt. Let's get out there and let's find some stuff. I have stopped in Goodwill and I'm looking at the jackets and coats. For some reason, I always have to look at these. I skip a lot of the clothing when I'm in the thrift stores because there's so much to look at. There's a Columbia jacket. They got $24.99 on it. Columbia is one of the brands Goodwills around here love to mark up to extreme values. I'm not sure why, but a lot of times Columbia slips through the cracks, and I actually find one later that did, and I pick up. So you'll see my haul at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But jackets and sweaters I love to look at in Goodwill. They tend to sell for a bit more value. However, I didn't really find anything in this Goodwill clothing wise, but I did pick up something somewhat interesting. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Got out of Goodwill, picked up the Rock. He was 99 cents from 1999. Extremely good condition. So I figured, why not pick it up? It might be a little long tail, but someone will probably buy it eventually and probably sell it for about between 15 and 17 in this condition, and hopefully make $8 to $10 profit. After all fees, will be very easy to list and ship. Some of the older wrestling stuff, even from the early 90s, like Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, that kind of stuff would sell for a lot more usually. But on the way out of Goodwill, I found 30 cents in the parking lot, so really I only paid about 70 cents for the Rock in the end, if you want to count what I found in the parking lot. So I have made my way over to a church-ran thrift store, charity-based. These are my favorite types of thrift stores because they don't overprice things. Look at these shoes. $1, boots, $1.50. It doesn't matter what brand. There's some Hokas. They're beat up though. But if you can actually find good shoes here for $1, you're getting a great deal, and I do. Now here's some Sperry shoes, and these would be a great pickup for $1. They look pretty clean in the video, but they had like oil stains or something. There's some Brooks I found. They were in really good condition. I picked those up. It's unfortunate the Sperry's were kind of messed up. I don't want to try to get out oil or grease or whatever it was. Clothing, you can always find vintage clothing in these types of stores. I usually go through all the clothing, the coats, and I did pick up something nice. Here's the toys. They're toys. What can I say about that? Puzzles 25 cents, games 50 cents. I don't know if I've ever found anything brand new sealed, but I'm sure it comes in. I'm sure it goes quick. These stores are very crowded. A lot of people go through them. So anything good is not going to last. It's sort of like you can find anything here and you know it's going to be priced well. Retro games could come in and they're not going to put them online to sell or anything like that. Someone's probably going to pick them up before you do because you'd have to be there at the right time because there's so many people coming through. Here's some games. I was hoping something like a expensive RPG or something was there. It was not. Books. Didn't see anything book-wise really. Here's a table with some random toys. There's a barn. I don't know if that was Little People. It says Lift on it. Some of those old Little People barns can go for good money. Looking in these bags of toys, I wasn't really seeing anything that was standing out. And I'm trying not to record people's faces in these videos because, you know, it's just rude. And I'm sure they probably don't want to be on YouTube or anything like that. So when there's this many people in a little confined space, it can be hard to record. A lot of junk in these thrift stores though, and you have to kind of wade through that, but at least it's all priced well. So if you do see something like, oh, I would like this casserole dish, you know, you're only going to pay like 50 cents for it, and Goodwill may want $6 for it for whatever reason. It's like, I don't really want it. There's a Rolodex, and I actually meant to buy that. My hands were kind of full, and I'm like, I'll come back and grab that when I'm done filming. I totally forgot. There wasn't big money in it. It was probably only about $10 profit, but some of those vintage ones do sell, and I think that one was new actually. So yeah, I kind of missed out on that. It happens. I'm scatterbrained. I look at so much stuff, and a lot of stuff goes on in life, and you just forget. There's some women's shoes. I didn't see anything that stood out to me, unfortunately. But I'm not well versed in women's shoes, that's for sure. There's a lot of brands I miss, so probably miss some money there. I can't be super educated in everything reselling based, but I do make my way to Walmart to buy some cheese, and I find some BB/pellet guns on clearance. And a lot of the prices were still a bit too high, so it's something to look out for maybe in the future. But I did manage to find one that I should be able to make some money on. So I picked up those, and quite happy I came in. So I got out of Walmart, picked up some guns, some Crossman pellet guns, BBs. These were $17. Looks like they're selling for around $55, $60. So I'll make like 20 bucks in the end. They're not going to be fast movers. And I doubt I sell them until at least a year, because with Walmart clearancing all these guns, they're going to be pretty saturated, and being not a great seller, it's just going to take a while to move them. However, I thought I'd pick them up anyway. Eventually I'll make some money. So I have made it back home, and it's that time to show you the treasures that I found out in the wild today. I was only out for a couple hours, really, and I think I did pretty well. I think I'll make, I don't know, around $200. I'll have the totals, of course, pop up on the screen, so we can get an estimated profit total. So we got the rock there, which I talked about. The guns, I wanted to mention the Walmart guns. These actually sell on Amazon for like $80-some, but it has the hazmat restriction. This is something I might merchant fulfill. I don't know if Amazon regulates the selling of these. I know there's some states that aren't allowed to, you're not allowed to sell these to or ship to or something. I'm wondering if Amazon automatically, takes care of that, or I have to watch out for it. Something I'll have to check into before I sell something like that on Amazon. But I did pretty well in the thrift store. I got some Brooks shoes. These were only $1, and they're in really good shape, actually. This pair's in great shape, which is good because this is a pretty good pair. I should make right around $50 profit on both of these pairs. But also I found this Levi's vintage trucker style jacket, and I always look for the tag here to make sure. You can tell by the size of the L if it would focus a little bit here, the size of the L, if it's like 60s vintage. Some of those can go for hundreds of dollars, actually thousands of dollars, certain ones. However, I bought this one for $3, and I was surprised when I looked it up, and it looks like it can consistently sell for in the 60s, 50s, 60s. This is in really good shape, so I'll probably make $40 profit on this in the end. Been picking up a lot of clothing recently, and I actually started listing some of it. I wouldn't say a clothing listing system down. I guess it is a system, it's just not a very efficient one. The reason I don't like selling clothing a lot is because I just don't have an easy way to list it. I'm limited on space. But I realized here in my kitchen, the new floor I put down, it gets a lot of sunlight, and I can put another light in there. And I move that rug, I can just lay it on the floor, and the pictures actually look really nice. So I'll probably do that, probably get some of these jackets and stuff listed that I've been buying instead of just throwing them in a tote. Oh, I forgot about the mystery box over there. What's in that mystery box? What could it be? But first, real quick, I got this Columbia. It's like a V-neck sweater. It's brand new with the tags. You see there? And I bought this because, well, it was $4 and something at Goodwill. And it's funny because they had other Columbia stuff, like a Columbia jacket, I believe. It's like $25. So anytime I see something Columbia that's marked a fair price, I just feel compelled to buy it. This is not something I'm gonna make a lot of money on. I'll probably list this at about 20 bucks plus shipping. Probably make about $10 in the end. I did look up the model number of this, and one did sell, and I believe there's only one other one listed. So yeah, not a lot of competition in this certain style, but Columbia in general is really saturated, and it can be hard to get your items sold, especially if you want to get any decent money. But with it being brand new, I figured why not? And then finally I picked up a PlayStation 2 Slim. I've picked these up in the past. This was 20 bucks. I don't know where the tag is. It might have been on the tape. It was all taped up really well. and I could see inside that the controllers looked really nice, and they are. It's a very clean unit, one of the cleanest ones I've found. Official red memory card. So I'll be able to just lot it all like this, and I'll be able to sell this for $64.99 on eBay. I could sell it on Amazon, maybe get a little bit more, but really you don't get a lot more on these things after the fees on Amazon. And I never send them into Amazon unless they have controllers and the cables and a memory card and everything. So the people on there are selling them for like $59.99 just the unit, but they're asking for trouble, and I don't know how many people's buying it. If people are paying attention, you can find them on Amazon with all the controllers and everything for right around that price. Me personally, something like this I prefer to sell on eBay. I've sold them before and they do sell quite well. The silver one's a little bit more rare and can sell for a little bit more money usually. I popped it open, there was no game inside unfortunately, and just the memory card. So in the end I'll probably make about $25 on this, maybe a little bit more, but we'll just kind of estimate, you know, lower $25. But there you have it, 2 hours of thrifting, I believe 4 stores, and made some pretty good profits in the end. Of course, I have not made those profits yet. I have to sell these items, but that's why I put estimated numbers. I always estimate low, because I'm not trying to make this seem like it's super easy and you can make all this money. You can make a lot of great money reselling, but it also takes a lot of work and a lot of time. You gotta put money into it. I now will probably spend the next 6 hours listing items and kind of prepping them and trying to get them sold. Some of these clothing items may take weeks, if not months, maybe up to a year to sell. Just never know. You just have to keep feeding the beast, keep listing things, and keep sending things to Amazon. That's going to do it for the video, everybody. You know what to do. Hit that like button for me if you want to keep seeing these videos. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.